Pan-Africanism. What is Pan-Africanism? In 1958, Ghana became the first country to gain its independence in Africa, and its leader was Kwame Nkrumah. One of the first things Kwame Nkrumah said was, Ghana will never be free until the rest of the continent is free. Also, in 1958, in South Africa, the ANC was drifting apart from the division kwavela ama-Africanist led by Robert Sobukwe. The reason for its division was, in 1955, the ANC had dropped the Freedom Charter, saying that South Africa belongs to all who live in it. However, the Africanists were not impressed. They had believed that Africa belongs to African. And in 1959, Robert Sobukwe created the Pan-African Congress. So, what is Pan-Africanism? Pan-Africanism is a political, social ideology believing that Africans, the diaspora, whether Africa is a China, whether you're in Britain, whether you're in America, or you're in the Caribbean, we all should unite and work in one goal. And the goal is an independent and a powerful Africa. Because we as Africans will never be free until Africa is free. So, upon gaining independence, Ghana became the base for resisting imperialism like Africa. Kwame Nkrumah created what was known as mission schools. In these mission schools, people were politicized. They were taught how to see themselves as humans first, because the entire time of colonization, slavery, and imperialism, black people or Africans were taught that they are inferior. So, in the words of Steve Biko, they were taught how to emancipate themselves from mental slavery. And also in these mission schools, Laban Laba were taught how to defend themselves. They were taught how to do military drills, and they were taught how to carry firearms. So gradually, Lama countries Lanka gained independence until 1963. In 1963, the first meeting of this independent state was held in Ethiopia. So in this meeting, there were two blocks, two types of Africans, in lack of a better way. The Casablanca, which was Ghana, Liberia, Ghana, Libya, Egypt, Mali, and Morocco. Then in the Monrovia block was Liberia, Ethiopia, Niger, and Nigeria. So these people, the Casablanca believed Uguti was a Pan-African was a Pan-African organization. Then the Monrovia was a moderate organization. So the Casablanca believed Uguti we as Africans must unite, and we must unite now. So the Casablanca were a radical Pan-African bloc, while the Monrovia were a nationalistic bloc. So these are Casablanca. We're saying that Africa must unite, and Africa must unite now. These are Casablanca. Kwame Nkrumah wanted to create one army for the entire continent, and he wanted to challenge the apartheid regime. And you must understand, this is 1963. Apartheid is the powerhouse of the continent, and Ghana, just a small country, wants to challenge the apartheid regime. Shows the determination of Kwame Nkrumah in the struggle, in fighting against imperialism. So he wanted to create one army. He wanted every colonial border, which was created in 1884 in the Berlin Conference, must be dismantled. And Africa must have one leader, and we must share all the resources. However, in the Monrovia bloc, they were nationalistic. But they believed that lama borders lanka isawathola from a Berlin Conference, we must keep lawo borders lawo, and we must maintain one, and you can only trade nje kuphela. You understand? So obviously azange bayithola like i-middle ground yabo, until uJulius Nyerere, the leader of Tanzania, and uHaile Selassie, the king of king, the conquering lion of Judah, inkosi yase-Ethiopia, came with a compromise yabo, ukuthi if we cannot unite as a continent, we might as well do it moderately, yangithola. So kuzoba khona i-SADC, kuzoba khona i-ECOWAS, kuzoba khona i-Federation of the Central Africa, then kuzoba khona i-Federation of the West and the North, njengoba sinaba SADC vele manje yabo. So the Monrovia bloc won, yangithola. Mara something to think about kancane ukuthi njenge, for example, look at America. America is one country, ne? But it is made of 51 different countries. Mara, it doesn't call them countries, it refers to them as states. And nakhona we can also look at the European Union. Think about Europe nje for a second. Europeans, like, bafana nathi mos. UmZulu is German, UmXhosa is Polish, iNdebele is Irish, iTsonga is Scottish. Like bafana nathi nje, they're all divided, ama tribes are different, yabo. So there are different tribes, yabo, and they've always been fighting amongst each other. Like we know about World War I, we know about World War II, we know what Germany did to the France within 30 days. We know about Napoleon Bonaparte. These people like were fought against each other. Mara, when Russia became a powerhouse, they were able to unite and form the European Union. And the European Union has a GDP of $18 trillion. United, they have a GDP of $18 trillion. Mara, individually, Bulgaria is the poorest country in the European Union with a GDP of 117 billion. Khona Botswana is a bigger GDP than Bulgaria. South Africa has a bigger GDP than Bulgaria. Many countries like Africa have a bigger GDP than Bulgaria. Individually, it is weak. United, 18 trillion GDP. The United States of America. The United States of America, there's it's 51 different states. United, they are united to make one state, America. There's Tennessee, there's Texas, there's Washington, there's like wonke lawo states lanka. They were once countries until they had united in USA, yabo. There's Wyoming. Wyoming has a 53 billion GDP. It's one of the states in America. Alone, it has a GDP of 53 billion. Mara United, as the United States of America, it has a GDP of 23 trillion. So, unity, like you can see, like they are united and the unity they have benefit. If you go France and you go to Germany, you can use the European euro, and you can buy a Germany without even using like your domestic currency. If you go to Germany, we are a Czechoslovakia, still the same thing. Like you don't have to convert your currency. If isinkwa is 5 euros a Germany, isinkwa is 5 euros nase France, nase Britain. Same thing nase America. If like isinkwa is $5 a Texas, it's also $5 a Washington DC. That is the power of them uniting. That's the power of them uniting. So us, if Pan-Africanism survives, if the spirit of Pan-Africanism strives, and we as the people unite, South Africa would become a global powerhouse. One of the reasons in Spice, I will make an example of gold, for example, showing the power of division, how division makes us weak. Gold. Matiti, South Africa says gold is 10 rand. Okay. We must remember South Africa has 54 countries. So South Africa says gold 10 rand. Then you Africa, America, and says, ngiyayifuna le gold but anginayo 10 rand. Therefore ngizohamba ngithenga eBotswana. Then i-America yahamba eBotswana. Mayifika eBotswana, iyayitshela ukuthi iSouth Africa igold bayithengisa nge-R10 and mina ngeke ngiyithenge nge-R10. So wena uyithengisa ngemalini? Ngoba some people from Botswana bazosho ukuthi maybe is R9, angithola. Then izosuka American izosuka eBotswana ihambe eKenya, angithola. Mefika eKenya isho ukuthi hey ngibuya eSouth Africa eBotswana bathi bangithengisela igold nge-R9 and mina ngeke ngize ngithenge nge-R9. Wena ungithengisela ngemalini? EKenya obvious nabo because Africa is a poor country bazoyehlisa iprice bazothi R8, angithola. Kanjalo until umuntu lo lento le gold ayithenge maybe nge-R1 or nge-R5, angithola. Now think about it. If we are united and we have one foreign policy, lo muntu lo mekafika eAmerica la eSouth Africa athi ufuna igold R10, sina South Africa sithi R10, lena hamba eBotswana. Angithi we are united. Makafika eBotswana athi ufuna igold eBotswana, they will tell him ukuthi hayi igold is R10, angithola. Makahamba eGuinea Bissau athi ngifuna igold, they will tell him ukuthi no, igold is R10 until lo muntu lo igold uzoyithenga emalini nge-R10, angithola. So united we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall.